Welcome back to the channel. So today we will be solving one of the very important and interesting interview problem from Start Scratch website. And this question was asked in Amazon. Okay, and one of my subscriber who asked me to create a video on this. So let's see what is the problem statement and how we can solve this. So you can see this. This is the problem that we need to solve. So what I have done, like if you see here, we have a data, like a lot of data, right? So for a better understanding, I extracted a little data from there, and we will understand and write the code with a smaller data set, and then we will copy paste that particular code on the website and check if uh, this our solution which we created is working or not, right? So now let's understand the input and output. So if you see here, we have this Amazon transaction column or table, and this is the output which we need. Only one column, that is user ID. Let's see the challenge that we need to solve. Write a query that will identify returning active users. Okay, so this is important. A returning active user is a user that has made a second purchase within 7 days of any other their purchases. So we need to find the users who has made two or more um, transaction within 7 days, right? Output the list of user ID of these returning active users. So we need to return such user IDs, right? So let's see over here with the help of example, right? Let me change color of pen. Okay. So if you see here, like for sake of better understanding, I have sorted the data in the ascending order of the created at, right? This column. But in the website, that is not the case, right? So let's see. So if you see here, this user with ID 100, this user has made three transactions, right? And you can see the difference, like difference in date. So the first transaction was 7th of March, second transaction was 13th. So what is the difference between these two? So if you see the difference, it is 336. So difference is 6. And similarly, the difference between these two is it is 6 and 1, 16, right? So the difference in the transaction is less than or equal to 7, right? So that's why we can see that particular user in the output, right? Okay, let's see this user with ID 101. The first transaction is on first and second transaction is on 26. So the difference is 25, right? And 25 is not less than equal to 7, right? This is not the case. That's why you will not see that particular user in the output. Now, let's see this user. Okay. Okay. So you can see the first transaction was on 10th and second transaction was on 16th. So the difference is 6, right? And since 6 is less than or equal to 7, that's why you can see that particular user ID in the output, right? So this is what we need to generate. So how we can solve this problem? How we can solve this problem? I think by looking at this iteration or a dry run, you might have understood the approach. Since we are depending on the previous record, right? Previous transaction, when the user did the previous transaction, what we can do, can we generate a lag, right? Can we generate a lag, and then we take a difference between the current date minus lag. Can we do this? Yes, I think if we do this, then we will get the difference in date, and there we can like generate the output, right? So what we will do, we will solve this problem using this data, and then we will like copy paste that this piece of code with the smaller data on the larger data set and check if that is working or not, right? Let's see. Okay, Now here we are in our editor. So what I will do, I will provide this create statement and the problem statement also, actual problem statement. You can try it by yourself also, right? So let's start. So what I mentioned, we will start generating the lag, right? So as we saw over here, we don't bother about item column and revenue column, right? We only bother about the user ID and created it, right? So let me select those two column first. So what we can do, we can write here user ID, comma, created it, right? Now let's generate the lag first. So what we will do, we will write lag of created at over. Okay, so tell me what we should write. Since we are doing the like we need to track each user individually. So what we will have to do, we will have to partition the data. We will have to partition the data on user ID, right? And then order the data, order by created at, right, in the ascending order. So if we do these two things and take a lag, then we will get our required output, right? So let's do that. So I will write partition by user ID and order by created at. So this we can write as previous day, previous day. Okay, let me run this. Okay, let me zoom a little. Okay, now you can see for the first transaction we do not have any lag, that's why null. For this, the lag is this one, right? For this one, the lag is this one, right? And now what we can do next, we can take a difference in these two columns, right? We can take a difference between created it and previous, right? Previous day, then we will get a difference in day, and after that we can write a filter using where clause and get our required output, right? So what I can do, I can create one CT over this. Okay, let me select from CT, and here we will select all the column and take a difference in created at minus previous. Okay, let me copy paste from here, previous day, right? And we can write this as date difference in date, right? Let me close this and let me run this. Okay, now you can see for this record we have 6, like the first and second transaction difference is 6. So this is the returning customer, right? Because the a difference in the dates are less than or equal to 7. Similarly, like we don't have to track all the transaction should be less than equal to 7. It's just that any of the transaction. So you can see here, right? We just need to find any purchase between uh, 7 days, right? So and you can see here this is 25, so this doesn't qualify, so this will be not come in our output. So next what we can do, we can create one more CT out of this, CT1 as, and we can write select from CT1, and here we just need user ID. Okay, let me select all the column first, where date div should be less than equal to 7, right? Let me run this. Okay, now you can see we have these two record, but we just need user ID, right? So let me run this. Okay, I think we have got our required output. One trick is here. So basically there can be multiple record with less than equal to 7, right, for the each user. So we don't want duplicates, right? So we can write distinct over here. So that will give the unique record only. Okay, let me run this. I think like since here we don't have duplicates, so that's why we are getting the same output. Okay, let's copy paste the same solution over here, right? Let me copy this. Let me run this without distinct, then I will show you why we need. Okay, and here this should be this, right? Let me run this. Okay, you can see we have multiple records, right? We have multiple records of the same user ID, but we want only one, right? So we will write distinct. Let me run this again. Okay, now you can see we have only unique records. And let me submit this. Okay, I think this got accepted. So yes, if you like this content, please do like, subscribe and share the channel. And you may check out the other playlist also. We have PySpark interview series, SQL interview series, DSA interview series. So you may check out that also, right? So let's meet in the next problem. Until then, bye.